डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आज मैं आपके लिए एक वीडियो बनाने जा रहा हूँ जहाँ पर मैं आपको कुछ ऐसे कॉन्सेप्ट्स के बारे में बताऊँगा जो कल को आपको फिज़िक्स और केमिस्ट्री को समझने में बहुत हेल्प करता है। मेरा कहने का मतलब है कि हम आपको ऐसे कुछ टिप्स देते हैं जिनसे आप फिज़िक्स के कॉन्सेप्ट्स को सही तौर से अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे और साथ में आपको ये केमिस्ट्री को भी समझने में मददगार साबित होगा। तो कुछ एग्जाम्पल से आपको समझाने की कोशिश करेंगे। कुछ आपको बताया गया होगा और आपने पढ़ा भी होगा, आपको मालूम भी होगा कि जब आप मोशन ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स के बारे में समझते हैं, पढ़ते हैं, हम भी आपको आगे के वीडियोस में इसके बारे में और कुछ बताने जा रहे हैं। मोशन ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स को समझने के लिए कौन से तरीके हैं, क्योंकि ये टॉपिक भी आपके लिए बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है, चाहे आप जिस क्लास में भी हो। 9 से लेकर के आगे तमाम क्लासेस में अप टू द 12th ये बहुत ही ज़रूरी है आपके कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशंस के लिए भी और आपके नॉर्मल क्लासेस के लिए भी। मोशन के बारे में जब आप पढ़ते हैं तो आपको कहा गया होगा कि एक कॉन्सेप्ट है जिसको आप स्पीड कहते हैं। मैं अपने वीडियो के मकसद पर बहुत जल्दी आने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं, क्योंकि बिगिनिंग में मैंने आपको बताया कि हम कुछ ऐसे कॉन्सेप्ट्स आपको बता रहे हैं जिनसे बाद में आपको साइंसेस में बी इट फिज़िक्स और केमिस्ट्री उनको समझने में आसानी हो जाएगी और आप देखेंगे कि बहुत ज़रूरी है ये जो हम आपको बताने जा रहे हैं। इसके बगैर आपके कॉन्सेप्ट्स को दुरुस्त नहीं किया जा सकता है, वो सही नहीं हो पाएंगे। इसीलिए मैं आपको ये एक एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, इसके बारे में आपको बताया गया होगा। ये आपको मोशन ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स के बारे में एक जो क्वेश्चन होता है जो हमारे दिमाग में आता है, हाउ फास्ट अ बॉडी मूव्स, whether a body moves, object moves slow or fast, that is given by the concept called the speed. Speed वही concept है जहाँ से आपको पता चलता है, क्योंकि ये क्वेश्चन भी होता है मोशन ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स को जहाँ पर हम समझना चाहते हैं हाउ मच इट मूव्स, हाउ इट मूव्स। सेकेंडली वी आल्सो वांट टू नो हाउ फास्ट द बॉडी मूव्स, I mean whether it moves fast or slow, and that is given by the speed. And this speed has been defined, and we know there is a reason for a definition of a concept is given so that it helps us to answer the question that we need to answer. We need to answer how fast a body moves, and the definition has been given that it is the distance per unit time. Distance per unit time, this is the concept that gives you the answer. If we sometimes try to say that why the distance per unit time, why not distance per unit mass, try for yourself. Distance per unit mass is not going to give you the correct answer, so it is the distance per unit time. इस वीडियो में हमें ये नहीं जानना है कि डिस्टेंस पर यूनिट मास कैसे नहीं हमारा मदद करता है, क्योंकि मैं आपको एक्चुअली दूसरे कॉन्सेप्ट पर लेने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं। इसलिए मानकर चलते हैं आपको मालूम है दैट स्पीड कॉन्सेप्ट कौन से सवाल का जवाब दे रहा है और स्पीड को किस तरह डिफाइन किया जा रहा है। डिस्टेंस पर टाइम ही है जो हमें बताता है वेदर एन ऑब्जेक्ट मूव्स फास्ट और स्लो, बिकॉज वी वांट टू नो व्हाइल वी आर डिस्क्राइबिंग द मोशन हाउ द ऑब्जेक्ट मूव्स फास्ट और स्लो, सो इट इज द डिस्टेंस पर टाइम एंड इट इज obtained, if I write a mathematical point here, it is obtained when the distance traveled is divided by time. Distance traveled is divided by the time taken, then the concept is the distance per time. And if it is more, I can easily tell you that the body moves fast, and if it is less, then it will be obviously the body moving slow. We also want to know how a body moves, so therefore the distance per time, yani distance divided by the time taken, is the concept called the speed. But let's apply this concept in two cases that will actually take us to the point which I want to tell you today, the concept that will help you in sciences, that will help you in learning the concepts of science correctly, be it physics or chemistry. So we will apply this concept to the two situations. First situation is that that the body motion is a uniform motion. Uniform motion हम सब लोग जानते हैं, the body is moving equal distances in equal intervals of time. If I take a simple example of motion in a straight line, then supposing a body moves this much of distance in some time, and again an equal distance in that very time, again an equal distance in an equal interval of time, and so on, the motion is called a uniform motion. ऐसे motion को आप uniform motion बोलते हैं. और uniform motion में if the distance covered is 50 meters and time taken is 10 seconds, overall में अगर हम जानते हैं कि एक body uniform motion में होते हुए 50 मीटर travel करता है in 10 seconds, and then I am interested in knowing यहाँ पर ये कैसे move हो रहा था, fast or slow, means therefore I want to know the speed at this instant, or I want to know the speed at this instant. So what I have to do is to divide the total distance 50 meters divided by the 10 seconds, which will tell me 5 meter per second, and that is the speed, and it is so. ऐसा बिल्कुल सही है. It is the speed. I have divided the total distance by the total time. I have obtained 5 meter per second. It tells me this is the speed. But now whether the question is if it is more or less, whether the body is moving fast or slow, then I can compare it. If any other body in a uniform motion has a speed of 6 meter per second, then I say that it moves slow compared to that body. And if another body has 3 meter per second moving in a uniform motion, then I say it moves faster than that body. So here in this example, a body in uniform motion covering a 50 meter distance in 10 seconds has a speed of 5 meter per second, and it is correct. Somebody asks me a question, what is this speed? Is this the speed? You have divided the total distance by the total time. Is this speed at this instant or this instant or this instant or this instant or this instant? The answer is that it is speed everywhere in a uniform motion. It works so nicely. But take another example. It is a non-uniform motion. And in a non-uniform motion, you know that object moves unequal distance in equal intervals of time or equal distance in unequal intervals of time. For example, it moves this distance in some interval of time and another distance not equal to the first distance in the same interval of time, and so on. It's a non-uniform motion. And here again, if I take an example that I have found the body in non-uniform motion moving 50 meter in 10 seconds, and I want the answer to the question what is the speed, and I do the same exercise. I divide the 550 meter by 10 seconds, I get 5 meter per second, and I say that this is the speed. So is it a correct answer? Obviously no, because it was having a speed which was changing everywhere because it is in a non-uniform motion, and I have obtained the answer 5 meter per second. Yes, 5 meter per second can be called the average speed, but it obviously is not the speed at any instant. And in such example, how can we obtain the speed at any instant is the big question that needs to be answered. And in today's video, the concept that I want to tell you is the concept that helps us in such cases and also helps us in the cases that have already been given without that concept. So the concept is very, very important. You be attentive, enjoy, keep smiling, and you will learn it. I will very, very quickly go to my repeat certain things very quickly. In today's video, the question is to give you certain concepts that help you learn sciences, be it physics or chemistry. And example is why that concept is required is from motion. Everybody of us is well aware about the motion of the objects. Very important chapter, very important topic in sciences. Right from 9th up to the 12th standard, this concept is important. Motion we have to learn, and in motion we will take an example of a uniform motion. Here it is uniform motion moving equal distance equal interval of time, and I took an example that it moves a body in uniform motion 50 meters in 10 seconds, and my question was to give you the speed. And speed, I already told you, is a concept that tells us whether the body moves fast or slow, tells us the fastness or slowness, and is the distance per unit time. That is this definition. Why this definition? In another video I will be telling you. It is the definition that gives the answer to my question. So therefore we will remember that speed is distance divided by the time, and here in this example it is 5 meters per second, and question is this speed a correct answer? The answer to this question is yes, because it is in uniform motion, speed everywhere is same. Dividing the total distance by the total time, I have obtained the correct answer. But then another example is another body in non-uniform motion. The same thing here happens. 50 meters in 10 seconds is the distance that it has covered in this interval of time. I am dividing, I am getting 5 meters per second. Is this the speed? Answer obviously is no, because it is speed as different instant is different. So dividing the total distance by the total time does not help me, does not give the answer to my question what is speed at every point. Yes, of course it can be called average speed through the whole journey, but it is not the speed at any instant. So how to give solution in such cases? Which concept is going to help us? Is the concept in mathematics that we are going to learn. The concept is the concept of differentiation. लेकिन इस differentiation को लेने के लिए we have to first understand certain term. I will be stopping first. I will see how it works.